FSN Radio. It's all about what's next. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and sign up for your free weekly newsletter. You'll also get 3 free reports. The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.
Welcome. You are listening to the Financial Survival Network. I'm Kerry Lutz. Today is July 19th, 2019. Make of it what you will. Definitely a good numerological date, though, for sure. If you have an idea what it means, what the stars are saying, what the numbers are saying, email me, kl@kerrylutz.com. Be a part of the show. Whatever other comments, feedback you want to provide, we love getting your emails. You know it's the best part of my day when I sit back at an undisclosed coffee shop, read and laugh and weep and everything else. It's always great to get your emails. Hey, you know that I'm at Freedom Fest right now. If there's any of you out there who want to join me, you're out here in Vegas and you're attending the show, just email me and we'll connect. I'll buy you a drink. Anyways, one of the best things about being in Freedom Fest is finding people with new ideas, business ideas, coming up with different ways to do business. It's free thinking, you know, people aren't tied into the orthodoxy. And I ran into a gentleman by the name of Craig Huey, and you can find him at craighuey.com. That's Craig, HUEY.com. And he is a bit of an expert marketer, internet marketer. Craig, it's great to have you on the show.
Great to be with you. And yeah, I for over 40 years, I've helped companies market products and services, and I've specialized in the investment field. So one of the great innovations in the last few years has been the passage by Congress of the Jobs Act. And what that has done is helped investors across the United States, worldwide, to be able to invest in private companies. And it's a unique thing where you can be an accredited investor, or you can even be just a regular investor and be able to participate in investing in a private company. Sometimes these companies that are private want to go public, and it's a fast-track way to become public. It's like a pre-IPO, and the investors profit a great deal from that. And if they want to become public, nothing better than to do this equity crowdfunding under the Jobs Act, where they'll be able then to become a capital, a company with that type of capital that is needed. So it's a unique opportunity. And Kerry, the fact is that in today's market, with the economy growing and opportunity that's out there with less regulation, this is a unique historic opportunity to be able to invest or start a company and be able to do it under this new equity crowdfunding.
Yeah, what we've seen here, Craig, is that over the past several years, we've got a lot less public companies than there used to be. I mean, we work with junior miners and smaller publicly traded companies. You know, on Wall Street, nobody covers these companies anymore. So they hire us because there's no other way for them to get their message out. Yeah, they put out their press releases, their public filings and SEC and CEDAR and all that. But when it comes down to it, to get the public's attention for the type of opportunities they have is extremely difficult.
Yes, it is, and it's going to become more difficult as the SEC clamps down on a lot of companies. And so the biggest problem investors have and companies have is the SEC these days. But taking that aside, the opportunity of being able to invest in an early stage company privately is really unique. Mm-hmm. And right now we're helping about 12 companies do this, where they're giving a very generous offering. And hey, this is one of the unique things about it that your audience might like, and that is, for example, we had a company called StarShop, and StarShop wanted to have investors. And so we took a look at it and we said, okay, you can invest in this company and you can get this type of rate of return on your investment, but why not do more? So what StarShop did is they had a company that had a software, a celebrity, products and services that were being sold. And so the type of investor liked that type of company. So he said, listen, if you invest $10,000, you get a free ticket to Coachella. If you invest $50,000, you get a red carpet treatment at a movie premiere. And you invest $100,000, you get to be on New Year's Eve in a special box right there in Broadway. And so they had a variety of different things at different levels of investment that you can't do in the regular stock market.
No, there's no way you can get away with that. It's kind of like Patreon for corporate wannabe issuers. And so like, what type of company would, obviously you're selective. I'm sure you get a million companies knocking on your door saying, help us, but what kind of companies do you look for?
FSN Radio. It's all about what's next.
For millennia, ancient pharaohs prospered from unparalleled riches made possible by Egypt's resource-rich gold deposits. But despite this rich history, modern Egypt remains one of the most underdeveloped gold mining countries in the world, but that's all about to change. AON Resources is leading the charge on the Egyptian mining revival. As the only public exploration company in Egypt, AON Resources has first-mover advantage. Focused on their 100% owned Abu Marawat concession, AON Resources is advancing several exploration targets, including the recent discovery of the legendary Lost Mountain of Gold at Rod Ruin. Learn more about this exciting drill program and other news at AONresources.com. AON trades on the TSXV under the ticker symbol AAN and on the OTC under the ticker ANLBF.
The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.
Well, we take a look at the story. Sometimes they're a hope and a dream. They're a startup. Other times they already have revenue, $5 or $10 million. They're all over the place as far as products and services. There's a company that wants to start a new hotel chain. There's another company that has a unique artificial intelligence. There's another company that is in the agriculture area. So they're all over the place. It's what the investors are looking for is a good story and good management and a good return on the investment. And then when that is in play, these type of companies exist. So the biggest problem is that to market to the investors, and that's what we do. We market to investors. And we have the most advanced data modeling of who these investors are, how to identify the best investors. And in doing that, that's expensive. So when we do a campaign, we'll usually use direct mail. And to the very same names, we'll do Facebook. And to the same names, we do Google. And to the same names, we do email. And the same names, we do Twitter. And in pre-roll, the video you see before watching a YouTube video, all to the same active investors. Mm-hmm. But to do that is a little bit expensive. And
the data, getting that data is difficult and expensive because you go to multiple sources and match it. I know what it's like because I know our mailing list, how it works. And you're matching up Facebook, Twitter, their physical address, and they don't always come together that well. But it sounds like, for a company that wants to go places and do it efficiently and effectively, because like you said, it's effectively multi-channel marketing. Yes. You're hitting all these people. I mean, we do similar campaigns with podcast networks that we kind of put together on the fly to promote a company's stock, to promote their opportunities out there. So what do you think is the biggest obstacle out there right now for companies looking to take it to the next level? I
think probably to be able to number one, focus. Number two, if you do the crowdfunding, capital on hand. So you already need to have $100,000 to $200,000 to be able to invest, to get investors. And so sometimes that company has a problem coming up with that. And then the third part has to do, again, with the regulators. That one of the biggest booms to our economy would be for the SEC to kind of step aside from some of the regulatory overreach that they're doing. It's a bureaucratic nightmare, regulatory nightmare for many companies.
God, yeah. Well, look, as parents, as business people, as investors, as consumers, you can't rely upon a government agency to stamp something and say, this is great, this is good, it's okay. And they specifically say, we're not approving of the sale of these securities. But people that go into these funds think that the SEC, at least it means there won't be fraud. There could be fraud and they could just disclose it. It's okay if you're a fraudster as long as you tell the world. If they haven't barred you from the securities industry yet, you're free to pursue and fleece the next round of investors. So, yeah, that mentality that somehow the government is going to save you from yourself, and the SEC tends to take it somewhat seriously, selectively, is really damaging to the economy and to aspiring companies. Craig, people want to find out more about you, want to connect with you on the web. Where do they find you?
They can go to, I'm going to give you the web address, cdmginc.com. That's cdmginc.com. Or they can email me at craig@cdmginc.com, and I'd be glad to send them a list of 10 of these private companies that have a lot of promise.
All right, Craig, hey, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for coming on. We will definitely reach out to you in the future. You will be our startup capital maven or expert, as it were. Appreciate you coming on. We'll talk to you again soon.
Very good, Kerry. Thank you so much.
FSN Radio. It's all about what's next. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and sign up for your free weekly newsletter. You'll also get 3 free reports. The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.